Many of us have one of these, a smartphone. They've become an indispensable part of life for work and for pleasure, when we're at home and when we're travelling. But using a smartphone to download data abroad can be an expensive business. And that's why the European Union has decided to regulate data download costs for customers who are roaming or using their smartphones in another country. The European Commission says that mobile operators are profiteering by imposing disproportionate and excessive prices for data roaming. Angelika Niebler, an MEP from Germany who's the European Parliament's rapporteur on the so-called Roaming 3 package, explains why the EU is so ambitious on this important issue.
Our EPP group always wanted a digital market, a digital economy here in Europe, not only in the United States but here in Europe. And for that, we supported the digital agenda of the European Commission. And one key issue of this digital agenda is actually having no roaming charges at all in the European market.
Let's look at the measures agreed between MEPs and member states. From July this year, roaming data downloads will be capped at 70 euro cents per megabyte. That will fall to 45 euro cents next year and just 20 euro cents in 2014. This progressive reduction in price represents a good example of how the EU is delivering everyday benefits to citizens, according to the rapporteur.
I think we will get good prices for consumers all over Europe. Right now, if you use your smartphone, your mobile phone in another member state, that is rather cost intense, and we want to cut the prices down.
Roaming 3 will also further cap the cost of sending and receiving voice calls and text messages abroad. For example, from this July, the cost of making a call abroad to another EU country will be capped at 29 euro cents per minute, falling to 24 euro cents next year and 19 euro cents in 2014. And the cost of sending an SMS abroad will fall by almost half over the next 2 years. But the EU's intervention is not only intended to lower prices, it's meant to encourage new players to enter the sector by creating a more flexible marketplace.
We found out that we have no new operators in the market. We need much more competition to lower the prices, and for that reason we thought let's open the networks which exist already from the traditional operators to allow also virtual operators to use these networks, and by way of doing this we look for getting more competition and for getting lower prices.
The Roaming 3 package contains some other measures. For example, customers will be able to choose different operators for their domestic and roaming services while keeping the same telephone number. Overall, the package is a big step forward for consumers. It represents the EU's prioritisation of the digital economy, and it shows how MEPs can make a real difference to citizens' lives.
I think we are moving forward. I'm looking forward to the plenary vote in May, and I hope that we will have a broad consent also amongst all political groups. I think this would be a good signal for our people at home, for our citizens at home, that we not only talk about the internal market, but that we also pass legislation which shows that the internal market is to become a reality.
So good news with the summer coming up, when many of us will be going abroad for our holidays. For more information about our group's activities, please visit our website, eppgroup.eu. Thanks for watching, and see you again soon.